luck. Oh, told ya.
Handy.
That helps.
Good trip from Iowa.
Yeah. What are you guys up to?
We are setting the soybean plates. We had the wheat plates in here, and now we're putting the soybean plates in and setting them back. We had them tightened up real tight to keep the wheat from running out from around them. And now we gotta back them off, loosen them up.
Nice. What you doing, Ez?
Taking all these little clips out, hold everything together. They're a finger pincher, so I just go on ahead and take them out before we get to them.
You got the little wrench.
I do in my back pocket.
Thank you.
So what are you doing right now?
Okay, so whenever we put the wheat plates in, you have to tighten this bolt down real tight because the wheat wants to leak out between the meter and the plate. And so with the soybeans, we have to tighten the plate back up, but the plates need a certain amount of tension to be able to get them to singulate like you need them. So it's just a trial and error thing. You put it in there and spin it, and if it's a little too loose, you take it back out and tighten it up, or if it's a little too tight, vice versa. So that's what we're doing, just going through here and getting them set, because the next time it gets dry, soybean planters are going to start moving probably. See, like this one's too loose. You need some, it needs to have resistance. I can spin it and it just keeps spinning. So take it back out and tighten it up. He told me he said that he was pretty well booked, but he said if we just got it over there, he'd give us priority and work the truck in.
You think it's safe to drive over there, though?
What's that?
You
No, I
think
don't
it's
know about
safe
that.
to
No,
drive
I
over
hadn't asked him that. What do you think?
I don't know.
What's the other option? Tow it?
Tow it, I guess.
Wonder what David would charge us.
Ain't no telling.
Did you drive it over there once like that?
No, the bushings and everything's out the front end, remember? That's all that was.
It wasn't a broken leaf spring.
No. Didn't they change it? Ain't all that stuff new on the thing?
I think so. It had $5,000 worth of work on the front end, doesn't it?
I think they replaced all that stuff.
What's broken?
Oh, on that 3 truck, the front leaf spring.
Just snapped?
Yeah, it snapped this morning in that little ditch right there. I just just pulled up a little bit and it popped. It couldn't have been in a better spot, because that way we didn't get it out on the road or anything like that. It just happened right here on the yard.
Hey guys, out here down here in Kentucky today, shooting some stuff with one of our partner companies. But I just wanted to pop in here real quick and tell you about my media company. Media company, Atlas Media Solutions, is what makes all of this Denton Farms stuff possible. And so yeah, I'm in a different stages about every week, so I figured, hey, rather than putting some boring advertisement in here, I figured I'd just take a quick iPhone video and tell you guys, hey, this is where I'm at, this is what I'm doing, and next week it'll probably be somewhere else. So thank you guys for watching Denton Farms, really appreciate it. We're just plugging this in here because this company that I run makes all the Denton Farm stuff possible. So if you want to learn more, you can check out our website down below. So enjoy the rest of the video. Thank you for watching.
Oh, for the from the one then.
Yep, that would be that side.
Yeah.
For that whole thing.
Yeah.
Take my things off.
Okay.
Warm up, Julie. Go back to Chuck.
Okay. They went and got it. Okay. See ya. Well, Blake and Zach and Logan went and got the turbo till and brought it over here, so got another project to work on, get it ready for the spring. We spread some chicken litter in the last couple of weeks and on some of the bottoms, and we'll work that ground in more than likely. Try to save some of the litter, keep it from washing away on us. Had a little rain here overnight. It's been really dry here, but we had a thunderstorm come through last night, and because it knew Clayton was coming, we wanted to get footage of the planter. So, thunderstorm threw a kink in that plan.
Don't lose that.
Fairly important piece. Missing a lot of singulators
Yeah.
on the front row for some reason.
Too loose. Everybody, these things are always rusty and never want to move very easily. That's about right. You want to spin a little bit after you take the tension off of it, but not much. Just guesswork. I don't think we need it. If you're going to plant corn with it.
Then you need them. You don't want them for beans?
Well, you can, like they make that thing where you can lock them back up out of place, and it holds it real tight at the top, and it really doesn't do anything.
Right.
And so this planter is never going to plant corn.
So I'll take the ones out that are broken?
Yeah, if they're broken, just take them out. I just pulled the pin and took it out. I wish I had my Deere meters back here on this back unit, or this back rank.
Don't like your precision planting.
No, I actually don't. I think for corn they're decent, but for beans they don't do as good a job as the Deere. And the Deere is kind of a shotgun metering system too, but it's better than these. They'll do good enough, but they definitely ain't perfect.
Well, Belle, I guess you're sleeping on the porch tonight.
I think the worst thing about it on any of the precision planting stuff is, like, we don't have a reliable parts dealer here in this geography. So if you get a breakdown, you just pretty much we got enough parts for the Deere stuff that we can just take apart the precision and make it go back to Deere. That's what we have to do if we get a breakdown too.
Classic.
Missing a screw.
Uh-oh.
Gonna go have to check Homer's stash. Go look for that before I forget. parts, but they're different. I gotta use that one. Should work.
Fit?
It does. Well, that's not a rubber seal. I thought it was a rubber seal I was going to take off so it fit better. That'll be fine. As long as this fits properly. Yeah, that'll work.
Really?
The day you start is the day Pop wants to get done. So I'm being serious. Like, the most impatient man that there ever was. That's what he said on that truck of Logan's right there. He said, I put in the number that I couldn't go past, and he's like, and feel good about it. So I just put in the highest number of possible, and I got the truck.
That's not how auctions are supposed to work. You're supposed to save money in the process.
We already had it all ready to go.
Well, that's, yeah, we used it. We knew what it was capable of.
Which auction are you talking about?
Our neighbors over here, it sold, all the stuff sold really good when was it? August?
November or something.
Oh, was it? Oh, it was November, wasn't it? Yeah, it sold November. Stuff sold great. Like, they had a Turbo Max that brought nearly what they gave for it new. And it was, they pulled it a few seasons. Which the Great Plains kind of like a disc. And then their sprayer sold really good, and the combine sold good, and they had a planter like this that sold good. Pretty much everything.
Sounds like a good time to get out.
It was. It was a perfect time. They did really good on it.
How are things up in Canada as?
Dry. Same as here. They're not, haven't had near as much snow as normal. Not near as much rain either. Probably looking like a normal, like an early spring, I would say, from what guys are telling me.
I think I've only experienced two in my career drier winters here in this area. I can never remember it being able to apply all our wheat acres and not even cut a small rut anywhere. So that tells you about how dry it is. We've been over the wheat acres twice and haven't cut the first even plate. Could have worked around here over the last few days if we had been ready and been spreading manure. And that's usually not an option this time of year. You just have to wait till April or late, at least the last week of March before we get dry enough. My garden's tilled, and it's like a powder house, so on the second pass, so it is dry. Maybe the traders will get spooked. Come out of their short positions.
Good luck with that.
They're like, yeah, we saw 2 rains go through the Midwest and save the entire crop last summer. So I'd say the weather market's going to be a little harder to come by this year than it was last year.
Ranger, you can have a 2025 Duramax lifted up on 6-inch lift, whatever. The Ford Ranger barely runs, and people still gonna be like, "Damn, man, that thing's a piece of shit." Get you a 2020 Duramax, people be like, "Damn, man, that thing's a piece of shit." Can never win.
Honey loser.
Yeah. Well, you used to be all about the corn. Now you say fuck the corn.
Well, I mean, I'm all about corn when it makes me money.
You saying you're just in this for the money, Neil?
I'm definitely in it for the money.
Hey, I wouldn't blame you one bit to say that.
100%. I want to help
I
my
wasn't making
community
no
too, but
If you wasn't making no money,
no,
I'd be living in like middle of nowhere, just saying F it. I'd just be a homeless guy in the woods, just living life.
Well, you wouldn't be homeless if you're living.
Hey, I'd be living life. Wouldn't have a home, but I'd probably be living life.
missing something
I wouldn't
here.
have a set home.
What's that top look like?
Bell, stop looking
What's
at
that?
I'm missing something right here, or something.
Oh, is that screw screwing you up that I put in there?
Oh, is that? Did you add that?
Yeah. Let it go in.
I guess I gotta have one that's.
It doesn't work, Clayton.
I didn't do that.
I told you it would work, and now it don't.
Like a.
It's got like a
You need a
neck.
machine screw.
Yeah.
It's
Where's
got
it
a.
the-
It's got a neck on it. It would work if it didn't have a neck on it.
we got that inside.
I must have known it wasn't going to work. I left the tool out here. I'll be back.
What are you doing up there, Logan?
Well, I was looking at this side because I was trying to match the other fan to this fan because it was missing bolts. And there was a gap in it, so I was making sure there wasn't a gasket. And now this one's missing bolts too. So.
Did you find the boat, Ben?
Yeah.
That I was talking about. Did it have what you need?
I think they're just rattling out from where it's freaking.
Vibrating.
Yeah.
Still too much.
Yeah.
You just take it to a grinder and grind the flat part down a little bit.
Well, you could. I got another one here somewhere. What'd I do with it?
Oh, that's gotta be it.
Oh, yeah. Neil.
Yeah.
What'd you do with the wrench?
It's on the tailgate.
I don't know what I did with mine.
We got it all fancied up. Ez has got new depth arms, new tires, new scrapers, new disc openers.
Basically a new planter.
Come on. Where's the hole?
Do you have to set all your disc openers with shims and everything?
We just put this, like from the factory spacers in there and put them back on because we found if we try to tighten it down like they do with your business cards or whatever, we end up getting them too tight and then they scoot and then you wear one side of the blade excessively. We found it's better to just put the factory number of spacers in them and roll with it.
What are you trying to do?
These two bolts here on the bottom of the fan broke off, I guess, last year. So we was trying to tap it out, but all these hoses were in the way. So now we're just gonna take the whole thing off.
You remember how that went?
Mm-hmm.
There. A smaller boat up there. Let's see.
You got it tapped?
Yep. Well, we didn't tap it. We just drilled a hole through there and gonna put a bolt in it.
Probably needs to be longer than.
Is it longer than that?
Is this the last thing on there?
Yeah.
Need me longer or no? Smaller.
A little bit smaller. Want to fit it?
On with it.
Self grease and everything too.
No. I don't think he sells grease.
No, I think he sells like cutting oil and
Pliers.
yeah, tools.
That was a different guy that was here the other day.
He's usually here like between the 6th
Just
and
like
15th.
guy that tries to rip us off of the grease. I think.
Oh, Danny
What you run from?
from Primrose. Yeah, Primrose.
He was here the other day.
He thinks I never work here because if I see him, I hide. Like,
Yeah, the day guy.
what's that? Danny?
You do.
Oh, yeah. Well, I see Danny coming and I duck in the closest hole I can find. Let him wander around out here. Where's Neil? He's never here. As soon as he leaves, I'm back out in the open. Well, he doesn't take no for an answer. It's like, no, and then there'll be a case of grease show up and then a bill comes. I'm like,
What's wrong with it? No, the trade don't.
where'd you come up with that brown agri-system sweatshirt? They give you that?
Well, one time I went over there and everybody had on different colored hoodies.
All
And the lady
everything-
took me upstairs and they had like big boxes of them. She was like, "What color do you want?" They had a brown one and a blue one. So I was like, "I'll take the brown and the blue." I got me the brown and the blue one for Shelby.
Yeah.
I love how you always come back with just one
Hey.
for yourself.
Well, you gotta be there to get in there.
The only ones I've seen the gray and the black, but I've never seen that brown one. I've got a gray and a black one. It is a high quality sweatshirt. One of my favorites.
Yeah, to win me over, you give me a sweatshirt or a hat and I'm in there.
You're a customer at that point.
Mm-hmm. I'm in there for life.
Back in this ground is like light bit.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, he said they're worse off. They're always bringing them.
Fixed it?
Maybe. Ain't going nowhere.
Turn it on, just like shreds itself to 100 pieces.
If I worked on it, it's got a high possibility.
And that's a Logan guarantee.
The one on the, you're sitting in the tractor, the left side, it wouldn't even pick it up. Like it was just stuck down. Cause I remember last year when I was pulling it back there at Threshers and me and Pop messed with it for a week trying to get it to stop cutting the rut, and then eventually we just
Gave up on it.
yeah.
Is it leaking or is it got a?
It won't even go up. I can't
Oh.
tell what's wrong with it. It's not nothing's coming out. Hydraulic oil's coming out of it though.
And then you got on the
Two.
transport.
That are
Leaking.
Yeah. One's leaking worse than the other.
Dried out seals.
Yeah.
It's every year.
That turbo too, it's a freaking oh. You could take
Yeah.
a crowbar to that thing on
I
the day
know.
when it's hot outside. Oh,
You know it's gonna have something.
yeah. I think it's worse than working on the damn planter.
Oh, I know it is.
Planter at least tells you where it's broken.
The one skill I regret never learning was learning how to rebuild cylinders. I can build hydraulic lines all day long, but I can't get to those cylinders. I've watched a guy do
Cylinder and
it.
a transmission is two things in a motor I would never want to. I feel like I'd just be wasting my own money.
Me and Blake and Jordan rebuilt two for this planter and never did get it right. He know what he's doing.
Yep. Better have a good
We
hydraulic
ended up
shop.
just buying a new cylinder. But most of them we can fix, but for some reason, I guess it was scored or something. It was letting oil bypass.
What y'all want to work on now?
We'll do that.
Yeah.
That's the only person I've ever heard that he talks about working like he's a Mexican. But the only work he does is the planting. I mean, I hate to say it, but he's a good planter. He knows what he's talking about. He'll tell you about the beans spitting out before it even come out of the planter. But when it comes to anything else, lazy.
He can do it all though. He can.
Yeah.
You just call
Damn
Blake
good at
lazy?
every
He jacked off all day to get out of taking the load off. And then it's 3 o'clock, he's just now taking his load off. I drove by him, waved. Zach drove by him, waved. Zach done went home, played with his pecker, kissed his old lady, came back.
He ain't got
And
no lady.
he's just now, he ain't even made it back. I tell you what.
He's had a-
back up full go.
How long has he had an old lady now? Like 2 months?
Yeah, something like that.
We still haven't got an admission that we have a lady.
For Blake?
Not even a live-in.
Yeah, we can't get an admission.
Not
We're
even
trying to
the
get it
first
out
name.
of him. No.
She must be a dirty butt. Like bad. Like real bad. Almost gotta be.
Will not admit it.
Couldn't even get the first letter.
When
of his name.
he was bringing me back from the airport the other day when I left the commodity, and I said, "Who is that living there? I don't got anybody living there." I said, "Everybody says you got somebody living there. They're lying."
Look, Kenny even saw somebody with him.
Yeah.
No, you just said nobody with me. Motherfucker.
He said it must have been somebody else's car that looked just like mine.
Yeah, sure enough. So many purple ones running around here.
Blue.
It's fucking purple.
It's blue.
It's purple.
Told me it was blue. I gotta trade that blue one in.
It's purple.
See how good my backing skills are.
What the heck is that? And that's why me and Pop put all those spacers in there because it kept sinking down too deep.
That one is got nothing.
It's got nothing.
Yeah. I see that one. Oh yeah, I see the other two that are leaking.
That one over there, it looks like it's been leaking. That one was leaking when me and Blake was messing with it, but now it's not leaking.
What's this oil from right here?
This?
That's from a hydraulic line right there. I can see it bleeding off.
That's probably. You think what?
There's Blake.
Probably parks his truck over there too, so when he gets back he can leave.
Blake, that's the last commercial load of beans for us for the year.
Yeah, very last.
Either or will do. Going down the road, the wing come out, went in the ditch, missed all the hydro poles. An old fella come by. Is that oil? We said, oh no, it's veg oil. This is dry. No oil in it.
This one is?
Yeah, we put that one on last year.
How often do you guys use this thing?
It usually works a couple hundred acres a year, not very much. We just don't work much soil here. I always post whatever we do with it because,
Pisses people off.
yeah, well, it gets so little use. It's kind of neat to see a little tillage. Work with it for 2 or 3 days a year and spend 2 weeks working on it usually.
Val, come here. Come on.
Even a bunch of oil from the cylinder or something.
Oh,
That's big enough.
It's completely bypassing by.
Like discus fields and stuff, when we was hooking up the hydraulics hoses to the back of his tractor, and we didn't get them pushed in there all the way, and I was just sitting there waiting on him to do what he was doing. And he hit the lever on the, like, pick the disc up, it blew the hose out of there. All that hydraulic went right in my face.
28 and liquid fertilizer has got to be the worst. I was loading a sprayer last year and a 2-inch line blew apart.
You get a fucking drop on your phone, you're supposed
Oh
to run.
yeah,
You know, you watch the whistle run and everything.
if it's got sulfur
I
in
rode
it,
home in my underwear.
if it's got sulfur in it.
but did you grow nice and tall from all those nutrients?
No, absolutely not.
No one has ever
Mama always
spilled.
says it hurts your root.
No one's ever spilled as much liquid though as I have. I mean, I haven't got it on me, but I've probably spilled the max you can spill. Like a big amount. Looked like a big amount.
What'd you spill?
Like probably 200 gallons or more of liquid fertilizer. There it is.
What?
Got some rocks put in my pocket.
Yeah, all right as for.
You got a little bit more lead in your
Holy.
Yeah, Ez makes up about 2 Logans.
6 organs.
I just don't like it when it lets go.
Oh yeah, look at you. Didn't even make a sound.
You gotta eat your Wheaties in the morning, son.
This is like the resident grizzly bear.
Just come out of hibernation.
You know, that's an insult where I'm from.
It's just gonna have so much pressure on it. Let me go pick. What am I doing?
You can pick no, but
Yeah,
It won't pick up.
Yeah, it will.
No, it won't.
Watch and learn.
It'll pick up, it just won't let down.
Learn. Those one hose will be low over, ain't it?
Yeah. That's good.
Shoots a gallon of hydraulic oil straight on the ground. That thing put up no effort.
Do what?
You guys don't have salt in your roads, so I guess that came out so easy.
On and off. It's a reoccurring problem on this piece of crap.
Get a John Deere.
That's what we need. Everybody's gonna be like, Deere tillage sucks. I thought you done really broke the big one here.
The Milwaukee guy got a hold of him.
Man, the Nipec stuff is super expensive.
That's what these little guys are, and they were freaking $55.
Those Nipec.
You paid
Whoa.
for that?
Whoa, how big are those? You
Yeah.
paid $55 for that?
Hey,
You do your
when you need them, they come in handy. The other day I was going to O'Bine, semi-visor about blew off. Guess what I did? Pulled my $55 pliers out, took it off. How much money I saved? How much is a visor? If it blew off, we would have lost the whole thing. And I'd have been screwed forever. $5.
Did you do your nails after?
$55. Hey, y'all just mad because you ain't got them, like they said earlier.
I just cannot bring myself to pay that kind of money for them. I know they're super nice, but
If we had that Snap-on truck come here like the one that goes to Preston's, I'd never have money.
What are you doing?
I wouldn't buy one of those fucking stupid toolboxes though. $20,000 for a tool.
Well, 0% financing, of course. Why wouldn't I? It was. Oh God.
Go down.
Blake's got it.
Can't we adjust this right here and then
He's got the cat kit.
This one is probably where they jump
Hey, you hold up on that other thing there when we put the boat out up.
I don't know what he did with the pin.
How would you do the pin for this?
Probably in his pocket.
Right there.
Move your lever. Little more. Other way. Whoa, whoa. Trigger happy today. Put it all the way down.
It is all the way down.
Camp it.
Tap it out.
There's still pressure on.
That just controls the depth.
You good?
I'm all right. Retractable punch sleeves.
That's smart.
There's a ton of pressure on that still. He's got to get that out of there somehow before we unhook these.
Y'all think we should replace all 4 of them or just the 3?
Probably if we don't replace that one, then
Yeah, good point.
You
we can just take them all up there and just have them all rebuilt. They'll
you got to
be
play
done.
with this still.
Oh, it's just stuck.
It's rammed.
If we got 3 off, you might as well take 4.
I spent more on cylinders than you will fuel pulling this thing.
I'd have to unhook those hydraulic lines though, because once I press the button, it's gonna extend that one as well. That's all the way as far as I can suck it up. I could try. Hold on.
No, don't. Okay.
Where y'all need to go though?
Put it down. Other way.
Yeah, there you go.
Sit down.
As far as I can go.
Okay, shut off.
Fires go off the ground, didn't they?
Should. Shut off. It's seeping.
It's
Probably got air in there. It's probably airlocked.
That's why I said if we could cap that off where that
If
cylinder
we
wouldn't move.
take the
I
list
could
it all,
pick
so
up
we shouldn't.
again.
If we take these off, that one will
Yeah. Push that back.
hopefully, maybe not.
I'll tell you what's
4,800 psi.
to me the most terrifying farm accidents are the semi tires blowing. Like they blow
that in
people like to oblivion.
Put that into float.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
you should never air one up that's not in a cage.
Yeah.
Watch
make-
out, is it? Think it is.
The likelihood of it happening is like
Well,
1 in like
If it had pressure, it'd be
100,000.
it's coming. My luck. Told ya.
Oh,
nuts.
I would say I did very well. I didn't get covered.
that's super impressive.
One of those center small ones.
Probably my age, blonde hair. But anyway, she's sponsored by what's that new Sheen camo or whatever now. So I mean, there was a line to take a picture with that girl. I'm talking probably wrapped around the pond.
In Nashville?
Yeah.
Packed because they had
The bar
the bar cart right there, like in the booth, and everyone's just standing there chit chatting. I was like, that's a good idea.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can just go, sit, talk,
Hang
do
out.
whatever you want.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting outside smoking a cig, looking at my phone, and all of a sudden I hear them barking. I take off running. Before I could get down there, one of the Wheeler dogs done grabbed one of the chickens and was like tugging on it. Well, the other Wiener dog was running around the house. I kicked Lily to make her go back home. Well, as soon as I come around the back side of their house chasing the other Wiener dog and the chicken, guess who comes outside?
The neighbor.
The whole family. And then about that time, I'm like, Roper, no! He grabbed that one by its feather and started shaking on it, and that little girl was standing outside. I picked up all the dogs and went back down there. I was like, if any of the chickens come up dead, I was like, I'll buy you 30 to replace the one.
You had to go to the Roll King Day.
Yeah, I did
didn't
buy
you?
them 3 chickens. None of them died, but I bought them 3.
Yeah.
Because I seen my dog glad release 3 chickens
Yeah.
before I got down there, so. It wouldn't have been that bad if they wouldn't have came outside, or the little girl wouldn't have came outside to see my dog ripping on its little chicken.
Was there any blades been on this thing, Logan?
Honestly, I don't know. We do need to, once we get the cylinders back in now. Probably need to pick it up and check the bearings.
If
And we need to check that thing back there, though.
I know that's got a bearing out on it.
Mm.
Like if it's
I think there's some in the shop truck for it.
if it's been used once, it's up now.
Where do you want to take those cylinders, or you want to see if Homer?
No, let's take them to up there by Wayne Supply. You know what I'm talking about? It's called GNC Multi Services.
Yeah, back there by the bridge, kind of. Yeah.
if you send your John Deere tractor to a dealership for an inspection, do you read through the inspection from top to bottom, or do you just go to the bottom?
What's the bottom say?
Would be the price to fix everything they found wrong with it.
$350 or something like that.
I'm asking, what do you do? Do you read through,
I read
And
through it,
prepare
and I'm like, yeah, I
yourself?
can fix most of that
or
stuff.
do you just look at the bottom first and then go through and pick what you want?
No way. I usually have an inspection pulled and then don't do any of it. Fix it ourselves.
That's true. Clayton Ray, he's a John Deere salesman. I just seen where he had on his store. You buy, it was like the 3D series tractor. You get a
Grief.
50-inch brush cutter for free. I was like, it needs to be the other way around. You'd probably get some business
Is
that
it
way.
50?
I want $4,200 for an oil change.
Wow.
I haven't got to the bottom. It's a lot of pages though.
Gosh, $4,200? I changed your oil for $1,000.
You want to come to Ontario for a day?
Hey, you bail the pain.
By the time you pay for his travel and pay him the $1,000, which is excessive for an oil change, you're still
I've
saving
never
money.
been to Canada. I've never been outside the United States before, so I'd have to get a passport.
Oh, you don't know what you're missing.
You're probably at like, I mean, you're paying over $1,000 for the filters on that machine. Just like I'm saying, If you bought the filters alone, they would cost you over $1,000.
Sheesh.
I'll tell you.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I know the hydraulic filters now are
Parts.
$750 or something like that.
That's oil and air filters. All oil and air filters and all oil, $2,900.
Yeah.
That is a lot of money.
Crazy, eh?
For
Okay, so John Deere, they have and I think all the major manufacturers like Ford, Chevy do all this too. So, like if you have a replacement part, they have a certain amount of time that they're willing to pay the mechanic to change. But a lot of times, things are seized up and they don't come off as easy as they're supposed to. So if the job takes you longer than it actually takes, you don't get paid for the overage or whatever. But Deere still makes the overage, or Ford still makes the overage, unless if it's not under warranty, because they're still charging the customer by the hour for the service. But the mechanic stops getting paid at, like, say the job was 2.5 hours long and his job went 3 hours. He didn't get paid for 30 minutes of his time.
Yeah, I couldn't do that. I'd probably quit.
Is that it?
That's it.